I'm a resident of Albany, New York, but I speak to you as the Executive Director of the Social Justice Center of Albany, an institution which represents the Capital Region, and many of our supporters, hundreds of our supporters, are your citizens of Troy, former board members, current board members reside in the city of Troy. On behalf of the Social Justice Center, I would like to say that we stand in solidarity with the African American Pastoral Alliance and the demands of the members of the Alliance, as well as the members of the Black community here in Troy, New York, in response to this circumstance of police brutality. And I will just say a few words to put context into police brutality and where it comes from in our society. Several blocks from here where we stand, in 1850, a man named Charles Nall stood before a court in Troy, New York, and he was in the process of being sent back to the South under the Fugitive Slave Act. And Harriet Tubman, here in Troy, New York, helped to liberate that gentleman that day. And I bring that up because we were like, yo, why are you going all the way back to 1850? I bring that up because the city council inherits its authority from the pieces of paper that the gentleman who had authority that day over Charles Nall in the city of Troy had. The Charter of Troy, the legitimacy for which all of the representatives of Troy currently stand, is inherited from those same individuals who were willing to send Charles Nall back down to the South. And I say that because every time an incident of police brutality happens, we are told that it's some bad apples, or that, you know, it's coincidence. Abner Louima, coincidence. Amadou Diallo, coincidence. Oscar Grant, coincidence. Jesse Davis, coincidence. When we're here in a city that inherits its authority from the people who endorsed and supported the institution of racism, institutional racism and slavery, and you have an entire community that comes in a room and says, we are victims of racism, it's not coincidence. And the police brutality that takes place in this country, and particularly that has happened here in Troy, New York, is a direct result of institutional racism that's been passed down for hundreds of years here in this country. And so I'll just say, in 1850, when Charles Nall was here facing extradition to the South, dozens of citizens came to his defense, many black and some white. And dozens more sat behind desks and held positions of authority. And dozens more, hundreds more, sat in their homes and did nothing. And I'm saying today, anyone who does not stand in solidarity with the black community today here and its demands of the Troy Police Department and City Council, anyone who is not in solidarity with that group is complicit in the institutions of racism that have been a part of this country since 1750. Thank you.